Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. You're here with Kathy, Jess, and I'm Rachel from Julian House. A big well done for everyone who completed the Big Sleep-Out for Julian House last night. Shall we talk about the weather? There's still frost on my garden here this morning, and I looked that all across Bath, Basingstoke and Exeter, I think you all dipped below, well below freezing at about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. So a big well done. I hope you managed to get some sleep. A big well done again. How was it? Please get back onto your socials and let us know how you felt, and tell us what lasting memories you're going to take from last night.
Thank you so much for sharing all of your pictures and your videos, and please continue to do so. Don't forget to tag us at Julian House UK and use our hashtag Julian House Sleep Out. Keep on sharing, keep on going. We know that people will still want to sponsor you.
And I'm absolutely thrilled to announce that thanks to your hard work across all of the areas, we've managed to raise £48,500, which is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for all your incredible hard work and sharing your pages and doing and sleeping out and doing this for Julian House and for everybody who we support. The money will keep coming in over the next week, so keep sharing your pages and we'll be able to share a grand total with you via email in a few weeks' time. We've seen some lovely messages on your Just Giving pages, lots of support for everybody who slept out. You're really brave and really courageous for taking on this challenge so other people don't have to sleep out every single day. For now though, we're going over to Yoga Dad for a morning stretch. So good luck.
Morning everybody, it's Rob Reed here, and I'm otherwise known as Yoga Dad, and I'm absolutely delighted that you're joining me this morning for this short 15-minute stretch session to hopefully re-energize us after what has probably been a rough night sleeping, hopefully under the stars and not under rain clouds. And I think it's an amazing effort that all of you have got involved in this, and you know, I'm absolutely honoured that Julian House kind of invited me to run this short session for you today. Without further ado, we're going to get started, and at the end I'll just talk a little bit more about what I'm going to be doing tonight alongside yourselves, and also on Facebook Live on the Saturday morning after the sleep out. Anyway, let's get going. I'm certainly not a fair weather yoga teacher. I ran lots of sessions last summer, from rain or shine, for organisations like Julian House. So it's great to be able to kind of run these type of classes for charities to do incredible work in the local communities, to be helping those vulnerable groups. So we're going to start in a standing position, which is probably where you want to be after spending a night lying down on a piece of cardboard and that kind of thing. And we're going to rub our hands together just to generate some heat. Let's start just by moving from side to side as well, so pacing around on the spot. Just really feel as though we've got enough heat through the hands, and then we're going to bring the hands across the eyes, tips of the fingers across the top of the head. Just now feeling that warmth through the hands, through the eyes, sinking down into the eye sockets, and hopefully all around the head, which even with hats on and that kind of thing, I'm sure is feeling absolutely ice cold today. Now slowly dropping the hands down and placing one palm and then the other across the heart with the eyes closed. And now feeling that warmth through the palms, wrapping around the heart, and then sending that warmth, directing it all through the body from head to toe. Now at the same time feeling the heart beating back through the palms, along the arms, across the shoulders, all the way from the top of the head down towards the soles of the feet, and really feeling alive, present in this moment that we've got together in this virtual event that we're running this morning. Now taking the hands still with the eyes closed and bringing them across the belly. Just start to feel into the breath. Each time you breathe in, the belly expands, fills the palms up. Each time you breathe out, the belly empties back out again, away from the palms, back towards the back body. I'm doing that a few more times. The elbows tucked in nice and close to the side body. Really help to bring some more space across the chest and the shoulders, and allow you to kind of lengthen and deepen the breath. And each time you breathe in, really feel as though you're light and lifting up, and each time you breathe out, sinking back down towards the ground where you spent your Friday night. Now slowly opening the eyes, nice soft gaze. Bringing the fingers now across the tops of the shoulders. The wind is playing havoc this morning. And bringing the fingers across the tops of the shoulders. Elbows out wide. And just imagining almost like a bird sitting up in that tree, just about to soar high up into the sky. So we're going to start drawing imaginary circles with our elbows across either side. Whatever space you're in this morning, whether you're outside, inside, in one direction, and just easing any tension away from the tops of the shoulders, and then in the opposite direction, and then bringing the shoulders back to a neutral position again, and just shrugging the shoulders up towards the ears, lifting those elbows up, and just gently applying pressure down through the fingers, allowing the shoulders just to fall back down towards the ground, doing that twice more. And integrating the breath by inhaling as you lift the shoulders and elbows up, and then exhaling as you lower them back down. One more time. And then one final time. Pressure collarbones, down towards the ground. Cool, great stuff. Super. Right, we've got started. My notes, I left it out last night and it got absolutely and utterly drenched. So I've got just about enough on here to tell me what I'm going to be doing next. Now, another part of the body that's probably feeling stiff today is your neck. So we'll just use the weight of the head just to help support release of any tension, any aches around that part of the body. So we're going to start just by bringing our chin down towards the chest. We're going to take one ear over to one shoulder and up towards the sky, so looking up, and then opposite ear to opposite shoulder, chin to chest. We'll go a couple more times in one direction. We'll just go slowly or as quickly as feels good to you. And change direction. We really feel that tension now, hopefully just start to ease away. Great stuff. Okay, bringing the head back into a neutral position. We're going to take one arm out to the side this time, almost imagining you're reaching the fingers down towards the floor. Opposite ear towards opposite shoulder. Feeling that stretch, you're now creating all the way across the top of the shoulder, down the length of the arm towards the floor. And an option to bring the opposite hand to the extended arm, across the chest, up towards that shoulder of the extended arm. And just again, gently applying pressure through the palm, just creating a little bit more space across the chest as you lower the ear down, opposite ear down towards the opposite shoulder. Slowly lifting the head up. Okay, shaking that out. We'll do the same on the opposite side. So whichever arm you didn't extend last time, that's the one that goes out this time. Extending that arm out, fingers reaching down towards the floor, opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Feel that stretch intensify. Again, along the shoulder, down the length of the arm. An option to bring that opposite arm across the body towards the shoulder with the extended arm, still keeping that ear, that opposite ear, lowering down towards the opposite shoulder, and then slowly bringing the head back up again. Now, we're in many different locations this morning for this stretch session. So obviously we're in our own gardens, we're not in a kind of centre of bath or anything like that, but we can still do a virtual hug together. So let's start extending our arms out, so thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling, looking up towards the sky, feeling that space that you're now creating across the chest, and then slowly bringing the left arm across the right as you hug them in towards one another, and bringing the chin towards the chest. And feel that warmth that you're creating in the body by hugging in nice and tightly together, almost imagining that kind of collective body warmth that we're able to generate. So each of us virtually doing this hug together. Do the same again, extending the arms out. And this time right arm on top of left, chin to chest. And maybe even walking those fingers down, lifting the elbows up this time. Walking those fingers down along the back. And just pressing the elbows away, just create a little bit more space across the tops of the shoulders, between the shoulder blades. And extending the arms back out again. And then down. Now we're going to just try and support any release of tension now along the spine. So I'm just going to turn myself sideways on so you still face forward. Hands now clasped behind the head. We're going to look up again towards the sky. Hopefully you're looking towards blue sky this morning. And then slowly lowering the chin towards the chest, head towards the floor, between the knees. So we'll do that a few more times. Inhale as we lift up, elbows wide towards the back body. Exhaling back down again. Twice more. Really feel that space you're creating along the front body as you lift up and along the length of the spine as you fold forward. One more because that feels so nice. And then back down again and then lifting yourself back up. Okay, so we're going to now try and generate a little bit more heat through a little sun salutation flowing sequence. So for anyone that's done yoga before, they probably know what a sun salutation looks like. But basically we're going to start from one end of the mat to the other. We're going to work through this flowing sequence. I'm going to make it child friendly. So a lot of the movements, the kind of teaching cues that I'll have will be the kind of things that kids will hopefully really resonate with and enjoy. And so yeah, let's see how we get on and then we'll finish shortly after that. So I'm going to move myself now towards the front of the mat. So obviously if you've not got a mat, then just move yourself towards a position where you've got a bit of space behind you. We're going to bring our hands together, so this is hands. We're going to reach for the sky, fold forward, we're going to reach for the ground. Bend our knees if we need to. We tickle the ground. We take ourselves back into straight as a plank. And then lowering our knees down towards the floor, lowering our chest down towards the floor and our hips and bum towards the floor. Untuck our toes when we get down there. Keep our hands pressing down. We're going to lift our head up. And as we do, we're in our snake. So we're going to go. Once more. Head back down towards the floor, tucking our toes back under. Pressing down through our hands, lifting our hips up off the ground. Walking our feet in ever so slightly and lifting our bum up into the air, into our dog position, and we're going to bark like a dog. So woof, 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 woof. Now we bend our knees. We slowly walk our hands now back towards our feet just to keep us on our toes. We're going to reach for the ground again as we did before, keeping the knees bent if you need to. We're going to tickle the ground. We're going to go massive arms this time. So stretching our arms out wide again as we did with that virtual hug. We're going to lift our arms up and overhead and go banana to the left. Stretch out through the side body. Banana to the right. Stretch out through the side body. And then reach for the sky again. And then hands. Okay. So at the back of the mat, we're now going to work ourselves back towards the front of the mat. So same again. So you should know what you're doing now. Okay, so back to hands. Reach for the sky. Reach for the ground as we fold forward, keeping those knees bent as you need. Tickle the ground. Straight like a plank as we walk our hands forward this time. And again, option to keep the knees lowered or lifted. And then slowly lowering the knees down. Chest towards the floor, hips and bum towards the floor, and tuck the toes, pressing down through the palms, lifting our head up, and we go back into our snake. So big deep breath. Head back down towards the floor, tuck our toes back under, press down through the hands, lift our chest and hips up, knees still down on the ground. Walk our feet in ever so slightly, bum up into the air, back into our dog position again, and let's bark like a dog. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. Slowly bend our knees, look forward between the hands, walk our feet forward between the hands. We're back down to reaching for the ground, tickling the ground. Massive arms this time, one final time. Banana to the left as we stretch out the side body on one side. Banana to the right as we stretch out the side body on the other side. Reach for the sky. And hands. Wonderful. Right, I'm certainly feeling a lot warmer now after those couple of sun salutations, and I hope you've really enjoyed that too. So we're going to take ourselves back now as we end today's stretch session just to where we began. So we're going to rub our hands together. Generate some heat again through the palms. Just taking maybe that little bit longer this time than we did at the start, pacing from side to side just to keep yourself warm. And then slowly bringing the hands back over the eyes, fingers wrapping around the top of the head, just settling down, feeling that heat again absorbing through the eyes and the eye sockets and around the head. Keeping the eyes closed as you now slower those palms back down across the heart again. Maybe the hands feel a little bit warmer than they did at the start. Wrap around warmth, around the heart and around the body. Maybe the heart's beating that little bit faster and stronger now after that 15 minutes or so that we've had together this morning. Bringing the hands now back across the belly again. And starting to slow and steady the breath back down again. Feeling that lift and lightness each time you breathe in. Feel good fat that you're just drawing into the body with each inhale. And the ability just to feel calm as you settle back down through each exhale, sinking the body down towards the floor. Where you spend most of all of your night. Nice soft gaze, open the eyes again. Bring the hands down by the side. Thank you for joining me for this 15 minute or so stretch session today. Coming out in all weathers. if I can do this for 15 minutes, then I'm sure you guys have obviously been able to do it all night, and obviously for someone that sleeps out on the streets, they're doing this all the time. So yeah, this is as much as I could do to kind of support the amazing campaign that Julian House has put together for this sleep out at home this year. And I'll be sleeping out myself on Friday the 5th of March. I'll be somewhere in the garden, I'm not sure where, wrapped in as many clothes as I can, probably sleeping on cardboard or something like that. I'll see what I'm trying to come together. And then on the morning after I wake up, or even if I sleep, on that Friday night, I'm also going to run a live session. So this exact same session is pre-recorded. I'm going to run it live on my Yoga Dad Facebook page. It's probably around about 8:30 in the morning. So if you want to join me live for that and see me pretty bleary-eyed, then it'd be great to see you on there. And I'll see what I can do in terms of fundraising over the next couple of weeks to kind of hopefully get up towards that magic £100 figure that Julian House is looking for each of us to raise for their campaign. Anyway, thanks again for joining me for this stretch session this morning. I hope you've really enjoyed it. And yeah, if you want to find out anything more about me, just check out yogadad.co.uk. Have an awesome day, and see you again soon.
A big thank you to Yoga Dad there, aka Rob, for taking us on that morning stretch. I'm sure you'll agree all our bodies feel a lot warmer and potentially a little bit less sore after the night outside. So Rob is also doing, as he mentioned, a few other live streams on his page, so be sure to follow him at Yoga Dad UK. And also Rob actually slept out last night, so a big thumbs up to him. Thank you for supporting us with that. So we've almost come to the end of our big sleep out at home. We'd just like to say from everyone at the team, a big thank you to you for taking part and supporting Julian House and everybody in our care. Without supporters like you, we really couldn't do the work that so many vulnerable men and women so desperately need right now.
We are so very proud of each and every one of you. Even when we had to change this event to an at-home sleep out, you came out in your hundreds and slept in your gardens. You've raised a fantastic amount of money, and you've created that awareness around the men and women who are forced to sleep out every night. And thanks to you, we will be able to continue to help more people like Chris and Kate, who you heard from last night. So thank you.
Now it's nearly time to say goodbye. So put the kettle on, have a reflect, ring a friend and a family member and tell them about your experiences of last night. And this evening when you go to bed, or that could be sooner, when you curl up, really reflect and cherish what you have. A warm and safe house is a basic essential, but we know that not everyone has that luxury. You've done something really amazing to help others. Remember that. Take care, everyone. Well done. And we hope to see you in person next year.
Good night. Bye.